Hadith number 14. Relationship. لا يدخل الجنة قاطع. متفق عليه عن جبير بن مطعم. One who breaks relationship will not enter paradise. Bukhāri, Muslim. Commentary: the Holy Prophet ﷺ has enjoined upon us to treat our blood relatives cautiously and affectionately. Helping and assisting them financially will result in double reward. One of Sadaqah, charity, and the second of for fulfilling the rights of relatives. For this reason, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, giving Sadaqah to a poor person is one charity, and to a relative it amounts to two good deeds. Firstly, for giving charity, and secondly, for showing kindness to a relative. So this hadith is very important. One who breaks relationship. So we have a hadith where he talks about Muslim. لا يحل لمسلم أن يهجر أخاه فوق ثلاث. It is not halal for a person, Muslim, to desert his Muslim brother, to forsake, not to talk to him. فمن حجر فوق ثلاث فمات دخل النار. A person who forsakes his Muslim brother for 3 days and he dies, he enters hellfire. So, Shariat has given us a moment of time of 3 days, 72 hours, because somebody might be angry. So basically a person needs to keep in mind that in that 72 hours, the anger should calm down. He should suppress his anger. And then he should try to reconcile, make up for that. So how do we make up? The scholars of hadith have mentioned that if he phones and he says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and he says, I'm sorry, that's done. If the other person, mashallah, says, wa alaikum assalam, replies to the salam, they both will get the reward. If he doesn't reply, no, I never want to forgive you. And this is the mentality. Many of us, we think to ourselves, that's it. I'm never going to forgive that person. Like one person was saying to me that I got this grudge against this person. I hate him so much. So he says on the day of judgment, what will happen is, I'm so angered with this person. I'm so angry with this person. I will make sure that I throw him into the fire of Jahannam. Then I will come to Jannat myself. I said, brother, mashallah, you own Jannat and Jahannam. Are you the owner, the guardian of it? I said, why don't you forgive? No, Mufti, I'll never forgive him. We need to take away this mentality. Forgiving. That's why Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Amr bin As radiyallahu anhu says about the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ mentions about this person, that in the company of the Sahaba Ikram, he mentioned that the person who's coming next, he's a person of Jannah. So this person came, he just had done wuzu, fresh wuzu, water was dripping from his limbs, and he realized, mashallah, this person, amazing, he's so lucky, he's been given the guarantee of paradise from the Prophet ﷺ's blessed lips. So next day, similar gathering, and he said, the person who's going to come next is a person of Jannah. And subhanAllah, he was the same person. Third day, he was the same person. So he said, subhanAllah, I need to find out what good deeds this person does. Look at the Sahaba Ikram, we will get jealous. And these people wanted to make sure they emulate and copy these people. So he says that I went and I just made this up, that I had a altercation with my wife, and I need to have somewhere to stay. But okay, you can stay in my house. So he stayed, he kept awake all night to see what kind of tahajjud he reads and all the rest of the things. He was sleeping away. In the morning, he left. The next night, he said, the altercation is still there, so I need to stay with you. Second night, he stayed. Third night, he was leaving, very disappointed. He said, so he asked him, look, what's the reason he came? He goes, look, the Prophet ﷺ said this thing, that the person who comes next is a person of Jannah, and you came out all 3 days. I wanted to know what deed you carry out. Because I don't carry out, you saw me what I do at night time. So he goes, okay, anything else? No. So he goes, okay. He was going, he goes, come back. One thing I do every night before I go to sleep is I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I say, Allah, I don't have no grudge against anyone. I clean my heart from any grudge, any kind of enmity, hatred, jealousy, malice, rancor in my heart. I take it all out and then have a peaceful night's sleep. That's why the Prophet ﷺ, he said to Anas radiyallahu ta'ala, Ya bunayya, in qadarta an tusbiha wa tumsiya, wa laysa fi qalbika ghishun min ahad fafa'al. Oh my beloved son Anas, if you can spend your evening or your morning in that state that you don't have no hatred, no jealousy regarding anybody, do that. فَإِنَّهُ مِن sunnati, because this is from my sunnah. وَمَنْ أَحَبَّ سُنَّتِي فَقَدْ أَحَبَّنِي. The person who loves my sunnah, he loves me. وَمَنْ أَحَبَّنِي كَانَ مَعِي فِي الْجَنَّةِ. And a person who loves me, he will be with me in paradise. So this is the thing that we need to get. I know our relatives, Many times we say the pain in the neck. We hate them. Many times we'll say, especially those who live in Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, we'll never want to help them because they're just, living on our food and living on our money and everything. And they still hate us. They still don't like us. So this is where the reward is double. That's why he said, Laisal wasilu bil mukafi. A person who maintains relation is not the person who just gives, compensates. Whatever you gave £20 in his wedding, you give £20 in his wedding. That's not called wasil. وَلَكِنَّ الْوَاسِلَ الَّذِي إِذَا قُطِيَتْ رَحِمُهُ وَصَلَهَا. But who is the true maintainer of relationship? The person, when the relationship is severed, he joins it, he reconciles. They're not talking to you, but I want to talk to you. That's why I said to any person, look, Alhamdulillah, I want to sleep with not having a hatred for anybody. So if you are upset with me, please let me know. I will ask forgiveness from you. Whether you're my junior, senior, have that habit of asking forgiveness. It shouldn't be under our dignity. The Prophet ﷺ, he stood on the mimbar. He takes his shawl off, chadar over, and he said, if I've done any wrong to anybody, my back is there, you can take revenge. Allahu Akbar. And we think to ourselves, no, it's below my dignity. How can I do this? So we need to change our mentality. So our relationship, we need to make sure that there is not a single person, those brothers and sisters who are listening, that anybody from our family members, and obviously it extends to even Muslim brothers and sisters, anybody we're not in talking terms, let us get this first opportunity. After we finish this course or in the break, we phone the person and we make up. We got 1 hour break. Later on, mashallah, we can reconcile. Act upon this hadith immediately and get the reward. So basically, we get double reward for doing anything goodness and to anybody who's our relatives.